great thing about Long Creek was when we first started going there, we had no intention of recording things. And at that time, there wasn't anything going on at this church. In the basement, there's this gigantic gymnasium that when came time to record at Long Creek, we went down there, and Adam Gallant, who's the engineer on the project, he just to test it out, he clapped, and this clap just sounded like thunder, it just reverberated across the entire gymnasium. And we thought, this sounds amazing, we have got to do some things down here.
1, 2, 3.
Rob and I and Colin all grew up together in Belfast, which is a small community village really on Prince Edward Island. And our drummer Dave grew up 20 minutes away from us, and we all went to high school with him. When it came time to write this batch of songs, the idea for a lot of the lyrics really just came from us getting together and recalling old memories of childhood. One song that comes to mind that is especially meaningful to my brother and I is the song Little Liar. We had this raspberry patch in behind our summer home in the village of Hartsville, where we spent a lot of summers growing up. Honeybees were a common occurrence every summer. And of course, as children, we were always deathly afraid of them. Just outside the house, there was this tree stump with this dark hole that we thought, maybe belonged to like a skunk or a fox or something like that. And so my brother Rob dared my older brother to roll up his sleeve and stick his hand inside of it just to see what happened, what would happen. And so, Andrew, being the brave older brother, did just that and stuck his hand in, and he might have held it there for a few seconds.
When he pulled it out, it was a mitten of bees on his hand. I don't know whether they were bees or hornets. I see them as wasps or hornets to this day, but they were probably bees. Although, do bees go in the ground?
When it came time to write the lyric, honeybees just didn't make the cut. If I were to tell you, put your hand inside a honeybee's hive. Doesn't quite have the same ring, does it?
If I were to tell you, put your hand inside a hornet's nest, jump from rooftops, hold your breath.
Every summer it became less likely that we would go there the following summer. One of us would say to the other, well, we're never coming back here, this house is done.
And I would have said, you better run, you little liar. Because I would have probably hurt him in some way.
You better run, you little liar. If I get you, we're even. For the last time you arrive, we're out the door, we're leaving.
I wanted to make it specifically about us not living there anymore. Maybe add a little gravity to it, because at the first it was just a song basically about some unconnected memories of our youth there.
The last time I was there was this past summer, and the house is not in very good shape. There's a big hole in the ceiling where a family of raccoons were living and had fallen through the plaster. The song will hopefully cause the memory of the house to live on, certainly.
You better run, you little liar. If I get you, we're even. For the last time you arrive, we're out the door, we're leaving. Thank you.
The idea behind Bodies in the Winter is the shed where they would keep dead bodies in the wintertime while the ground was frozen, waiting to be buried. Pull on our skis by our retriever, you lose your breath and hit the snow. And we run by the spot where they keep all the cold bodies to be buried.
Watching Iron Will was the perfect excuse to get out our cross-country skis and put our family dog, Lady Bess, to work.
Don't say the name.
Lady Bess.
That's a horrible name.
Anyway, we were doing that in the graveyard across the road from our house one day, and John had an asthma attack, and I had to half carry him home. And I fall because you're up on my back and you're so heavy to be carried. But I didn't actually carry him on my back. I was just like, kind of dragging him back, and well, he wheezed and huffed and tried to get his breath back. And I think you actually had to go to the hospital that time. And I don't think that we were ever actually sure that there was bodies in there. And I actually, as an adult, believed that there weren't. Like, why would they keep dead bodies in a shed by the graveyard? I mean, I assumed dead bodies would stay in the morgue. But apparently there were dead bodies in there the entire time. So we were right to be afraid of that place. It was a scary spot. So we would always kind of run past it, afraid that they might get us.
Running